Hello, gorgeous folks. Welcome back to Moon Life Astro. This is Darice, a channel where we talk about astrology, productivity, and planning, and spirituality. I just want to come in, first of all, check in. How are you all doing? I know it's been a rough couple of weeks, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to lift anytime soon. But I'll get into that more as we get into the astrology for the upcoming week. Today, February 5 through February 12. I am getting this out a little bit later than usual. I'm just coming off of a 3-day fruit cleanse, which was really amazing. But it did take my energy. I was moving a little slower than usual, and that happens when you do a cleanse. So there you go. Life is life. Again, though, it's just a reminder to do these things that help us feel like our best selves. This is a time, especially I think January, February, and March, with the Mars retrograde currently going on. And then we're about to go into Venus retrograde, which begins, I believe, March 1st. It's all about remembering to do those things that help us honor ourselves, nurture ourselves, and help us get back our energy. And sometimes the cleanse for me helps me reset emotionally as well, helps me process some deeper emotions. And so it just felt like a good time to do it just because I had some other things going on as well this week personally. And so it just helped me manage my energy and my feelings around all of that. But without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And welcome back. If you've been here before, I do appreciate all of you. And I do appreciate the time that you take to watch and listen to my messages. And so I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you. Okay, let's get into it. So this upcoming week, we have a few fun transits. We have North Node conjunct Neptune, Venus sextiling Pluto, Mars trining Saturn, Mercury will be conjunct the Sun, Mercury will also square Uranus, Pluto will square Saturn, the Sun will square Uranus, and we also have a full moon in Leo. And if most of that sounds like a foreign language to you and doesn't make any sense, do not worry. I will break it all down as we go. So basically, this is a week of surprise developments. Yes, and like I was saying, I know we've been getting hit with a lot the last couple of weeks in the collective, and whew, it's a roller coaster. And it kind of feels like every day we're getting sucker punched, especially if you're actually watching the news every day. I myself am not doing that. I usually only check in 2 or 3 times a week. And for me, it's been intense just checking it 2 or 3 times a week. So I have no idea how you are doing if you are looking at it every day. It's got to be emotionally exhausting. And this is a time where we have to develop resilience. I talked about that briefly last week. And I'll probably continue to talk about that not only this month, but as we go through the year, because I feel like that is a muscle that will have to be active. We're going to have to get stronger at feeling our feelings and then, recovering, picking ourselves back up, finding a way to ride all of the emotional waves that we're probably going to have to just keep going through over the next year or two. Just looking at the astrology, it looks like 2025 and 2026 is asking us to develop and mature spiritually, mentally, emotionally at a level at which human consciousness has never done before. And so it takes a whole new skill set. And yes, and I know a lot of you watching, you're focusing mostly on your business, but it's hard to not address all of these other issues around that, especially because moving through your day is going to be impacted by all of this energy, and the people you serve, they're in this energy as well. And some of you are healers, light workers, working with people. So it's just helpful to be aware of these things. And so again, just a reminder, to stay on top of that self-care, that self-nurture, and find things to do that you enjoy for fun as well as a way to recover. It's easy to become obsessed with everything that's happening. Remember to, listen to your favorite music, take a dance break during the day, take a walk. Remember to plan your meals, eat healthy, drink a lot of water. Oh, and one of the things that I was reminded of recently by a friend was to hug ourselves each day for at least 20 seconds. I'd had a therapist suggest this to me years ago, and I'd gotten out of the practice. So it was nice to have a reminder. And so, yeah, you can just start your day with that. And again, our February focus is morning routines, getting started for the day or the time you have to work if you work at night. So maybe that's something you can add to your getting started routine. Just hug yourself 20 seconds, even just once or twice a day. It'll make a really big difference in just how you feel. It releases all these good feelings in your mind and your body, just to hug yourself. And actually, let's right now, if you're open, if you're in a space where you can do that, just go ahead and close your eyes and hug yourself along with me. And I'm just going to count to 20 seconds for us. So 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16, 1,000, 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000, 19, 1,000, 20. And just take a deep breath. And feel free to take a couple more breaths. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel better already. So I'm glad we took the time to do that together. Just look at my notes here. Oh, so yes, with all of the astrology that we have coming up, we may also experience some personal revelations, some breakthroughs, especially since this is on the heels of Uranus and Jupiter going direct. As a result of that, you may have felt some energy lift. But basically, in a nutshell, this is actually a good week for long-term strategizing and outlining ideas for future projects. And with that, I'm just going to get into each of the transits. So here we go. So we have our North Node conjunct Neptune. That's going to be February 7th. And on that same day, we're going to have Venus sextiling Pluto. So, of course, Neptune is the planet of our dreaming, our imagination, fantasy. Venus is our values, our money, and our relationships. Pluto is transformation, growth. And so when you have the North Node conjunct Neptune, this could be an opportunity for spiritual awakening and aligning with your soul's purpose. So again, this is a great check-in point to look at your business, your work, what you're doing in the world, and ask yourself, how is it aligning with my spiritual progress at this time in my life? Is it reflecting where I want to be on my spiritual journey? Just one thing to consider. It's a call to integrate your intuition into your business. Just are you being true to your vision? Some examples, practical examples, if you're a coach or consultant, if you don't already do this, spend 10 minutes before a client session, meditating on their needs and your intuitive guidance. Creatives, you could use this energy to infuse your work with more soul, whether it's writing, designing, or crafting. Service-based solopreneurs, you can reflect on whether your offerings align with your deeper purpose. Another potential idea for getting started or part of your morning routine, maybe you block out 15 minutes in your calendar each morning for journaling or meditating to connect with your intuition. Or if adding it to the morning routine does not work, maybe there's something you can do in the middle of the day or even at night. Excuse me, I'm getting a little warm here. Just had to fan myself real quick. But yeah, block 15 minutes in your calendar each morning for journaling or meditation to connect with your intuition. Venus sextiling Pluto. This could be deep transformations in relationships and finances. So for solopreneurs, this might be a great time to, say, renegotiate a contract, attract ideal clients, or invest in your personal brand. Freelancers, perhaps you might want to reach out to past clients for testimonials or upselling your services. Product-based businesses, you can consider refreshing your branding or packaging to attract higher-end clients. Online course creators, maybe you want to use this energy to refine your sales page or launch a limited time offer. This could also be a good time to schedule a financial review session with maybe your financial counselor or your accountant. Maybe you want to identify areas where you can increase your revenue or cut out unnecessary expenses. Another note, you may want to consider doing your taxes early in February this year, because March has both a Venus retrograde and a Mercury retrograde. And we will still be in the shadow period of the Mars retrograde, which will be ending in a few weeks. And we also have eclipse season in March. For me, that is a lot of energy. All of it combined says it could lead to unexpected reveals in your finances. And that might be good, but it might be bad. And it could also lead to things having to be redone. So, just a suggestion, you may want to take a look at it, get your stuff together early in February. And that way, if there is something that comes up, you have time to deal with it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm just looking at the astrology and the energy. And again, this is all for entertainment and spiritual purposes. Okay. We have Mars trining Saturn February 9th. Mercury conjunct the Sun February 9th, that same day. And then we also have Mars trining Saturn. Now, excuse me, I said that twice, apologize. Now, Mars is our ability to act, initiate, our bravery, our courage. And Saturn can sometimes bring limits or boundaries. It's a taskmaster, as they say. Now, Mars trining Saturn means that Mars is being supported by Saturn, which is really nice since Mars is currently in Cancer in retrograde right now, where it has a hard time. So this could be an opportunity to have grounded, disciplined energy for taking action. This could be an opportunity during this current Mars retrograde to find a healthier way to express our inner masculine, our divine masculine. And so one way to look at that is what kind of projects as a solopreneur are you tackling long term? Maybe this is a good time to outline some systems for breaking out that big project. For example, maybe you've been procrastinating on setting up your CRM or email marketing system. I myself recently transitioned my email list over to Kit, and I've been having some challenges with really trying to figure it out, how it works. And I think I'm going to spend some time this week looking at that, learning a bit more about the ins and outs of it, so to help me be able to keep up with my email that I send out twice a month to people. This is also a great energy to batch create content for next month or the next couple of months. Some people like to set their things up quarterly. So maybe this is a good week to set some time to do that. Coaches, maybe you want to finalize your client onboarding process or create templates for your sessions if you've not already done so. This could actually be a good week to practice what I talked about previously, setting aside time for deep work. 2 to 3 hours where you're uninterrupted, where you have the devices off and, or at least the notification is turned off, and you just can dial in and just focus on what you want to take care of. So it's a good opportunity to practice deep work this week. And Mercury conjunct the Sun. That could also bring clarity of thought and communication. Mercury is how we communicate, digest information, assimilate information, and the Sun, supporting Mercury, it could help us have a breakthrough in our thinking. And it could also be a great time to pitch ideas, write content, or network. Now, again, this is Sunday, February 9th, and that is also the Super Bowl. So, hey, if you want to take the whole day off and just enjoy the Super Bowl, that's fine. This energy will be building, so you can take advantage of it, Friday, Saturday. And or if you want to work 1 or 2 hours on Sunday before you do all the Super Bowl festivities, that's a possibility as well. But just know that that energy is there to support you. So some ideas that you might want to take a look at around that time is, writing that blog post or email or social media campaign that you've been putting off. Maybe Friday or Saturday could be a great time to pitch services to a potential client, or maybe even collaborate with another solopreneur. But you could also use this time and energy to refine your elevator pitch or even update some of your social media profiles. And again, another opportunity to practice deep work. Schedule a communication power hour just to knock out, that writing or those outreach tasks. February 10th, we have Mercury squaring Uranus. And then on the 11th, we have Pluto squaring Saturn and the Sun squaring Uranus. Now, again, like I said, Mercury is our communication, our ability to assimilate information. Uranus is the planet of transformation, well, disruption more, really. It can shake things up, bring the unexpected. So it creates that breakthrough energy for us. And then when you have Pluto squaring Saturn, Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, squaring the taskmaster, and the Sun squaring Uranus that same day, it creates, at first it sounds a little overwhelming, but it's actually pretty positive overall. At least I'm interpreting it as being positive energy for us. We could have unexpected ideas or disruptions in communications. That's the positive aspect of it. The negative aspect of it, though, is we might see transportation issues, delays. Unfortunately, we may even have more transit or plane accidents. I hope that's not the case, but that's a possibility. But at least on a personal level and from a business perspective, you might have unexpected ideas or disruptions or breakthroughs that could potentially be something that you could use to your advantage. So for example, as a solopreneur, stay open to sudden insights or changes in your plans. Maybe if you're a content creator, you might get a sudden idea for, say, a new post or a new email letter, and if that happens, run with it. Service providers, a client might request a last minute change. So stay flexible and use it as an opportunity to innovate or reflect on something else that you'd like to work on. Product-based businesses, you might have a supply chain issue arise. And if that does happen, I hope it doesn't. You could use this as a chance to explore new suppliers, or streamlining your process. Basically, it's a good time to keep a notebook or voice memo app handy just to capture any sudden ideas or solutions that come to you. Again, this Pluto square Saturn. This could be an invitation to confront our limitations. It could be a push into transforming them into our strengths. So for example, as a solopreneur, where are you feeling stuck? Is there a way to do things in a new way that gets momentum going in a particular area that you feel hasn't had any traction in? Or if you're struggling with time management, maybe you can experiment with time blocking or batching. So for example, if you're a coach, maybe you have your coaching sessions just on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And maybe Monday is just straight administrative paperwork day. Maybe Wednesday is a day where you do your writing for your email, your newsletter, your social media posts, planning your YouTube videos. And then maybe Friday is when you take your day off if you want to have like a long weekend, because it is Super Bowl weekend. Or maybe Friday is the day you batch record all of your recordings for social media and YouTube. Just an example of one way to lay things out. Creatives, maybe you could try a new medium or collaborating with someone outside of your niche. And coaches, this Pluto square Saturn energy, it can be an invitation to look at any limiting beliefs you have around pricing or visibility. But basically, in a nutshell, just identify one area where you feel stuck and take one small actionable step to overcome it. The sun squaring Uranus, there could be surprises that nudge you out of your comfort zone or push you right out of your comfort zone. Um, and if that happens, embrace it. These changes often lead to really phenomenal breakthroughs. For example, if a client cancels, use the free time to work on a passion project, or upskill. Maybe as a creative, you can experiment with a new platform or a new content format. Service providers, perhaps you could offer a new package or service to attract a different audience. Basically, just be adaptable, by keeping your schedule as flexible as possible and leaving room for some unexpected opportunities. And then finally, on the 12th, we have the full moon in Leo. Now, the full moon in Leo. Leo is the lion, where we learn how to shine. Leo teaches us how to shine, how to be our full selves. Full moons are about celebrations and culminations, and also releases sometimes. So this could be a great time for creativity and stepping into the spotlight. So maybe as a solopreneur, you have a chance to showcase your work and celebrate your progress. Also, this could be a great time to set aside some time for reflection. What have you accomplished since the last Leo full moon a year ago? You could look back on that. And what are you proud of and celebrate that? And then where do you need more confidence or recognition? Where in your life do you need to roar like a lion? These are things to consider. Some potential practical examples of using this energy. Maybe you could host a live webinar or an Instagram live just to share your expertise with people. This could be a good day to launch a new product, service, or course that you've been sitting on, that you've been working on and tinkering with in the background. Maybe this is a good time to release that. But either way, celebrate your wins. Always celebrate yourself and your wins. We do not celebrate ourselves enough, in my opinion. So you could treat yourself to something special or share your achievements on social media. Also, for one potential idea you could do for a full moon ritual is a celebration ritual. Dedicate 30 minutes to just writing down your wins from, say, the last year, and then light a candle and express gratitude for how far you have come. Because I am sure, my friend, you have come very far. And finally, I just want to wind up with how to navigate this week as a solopreneur. Embrace the energy of surprise. Expect the unexpected and stay adaptable. Give yourself the opportunity to balance your spirituality and your productivity. Again, meditation, journaling, or even tarot cards to help you stay grounded while taking action. Perhaps one other idea for that getting started or morning routine, maybe you start your day with a 5-minute meditation just to set your intentions. And again, with Mars trining Saturn and Mercury conjunct the Sun, this is a great week to outline future projects and strategize for the long term, say the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or maybe even a year. And again, take time to do some deep work sessions, 1 to 2 hours a day or 2 to 3 hours a day, where you can be truly focused and uninterrupted if you're able to set yourself up that way. And again, more self-nurture reminders. There's so much energy. There's so many things happening in the world. Remember to take care of yourself. And I also want to remind you, if you've made it this far, thank you if you're still here with me. One of the best ways to refuel yourself is to remember your joy, tap into your joy, and remember why you started your business, why you're working on the things that you want to put out into the world. Why do you want to serve the people that you serve? Why do you want to help the people that you help? Why is your business solving the problem that you're solving? Stay focused on that long-term vision for how you're making the world a better place, and reward yourself by having fun. Make time for friends and loved ones. Make time for yourself, make sure you still set aside some time, even if you don't have time to like engage in a full on hobby sometimes. Like I said, just taking a quick walk, getting some fresh air, eating healthy food, making sure you're setting yourself up for good sleep. These things, and being kind to as many people as you can. That is another way to help fill you up and make you feel better. When you are out and about, make eye contact, smile at people, say hello, say goodbye to people, thank you to strangers, as they help you at the store, wherever you are. These little things go a long way to just changing the energy. And it's just a reminder that we're all connected energetically, so one small positive thing has an energetic ripple, so just give yourself permission to do what you can when you can to the best of your ability and celebrate that always. So basically, in a nutshell, this week is all about our personal revelations, breakthroughs, and laying the groundwork for our future successes. Again, feel free to use this full moon in Leo to celebrate yourself or ask yourself, where do I need to shine more? Where do I need to give myself more permission to stand up and roar like a lion? And again, thank you again. If you've made it this far, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to my channel. It does help me get the message out to more people. You can also join my free membership on the school platform where you can connect with other like-minded people. And you also do get a free Optimize Your Energy by working with the Moon Guide and a free 2025 year planning PDF guide as well. And finally, I just want to remind you that the cosmos, they're on our side. The universe is always loving, guiding, supporting, and protecting us. So trust the process, embrace the surprises, and keep shining your unique light. Easefully yours, Darice.